Don't you have 1 minute for me? You make time for everything else. You make time for screens that drain your soul, for voices that do not speak life, for things that decay and pass away. But I, the one who formed you in your mother's womb, the one who holds your breath in my hand, I wait. I wait in the silence. I wait when you wake up and reach for your phone before your heart reaches for me. I wait while your mind runs ahead, already entangled in deadlines, distractions, and desires. I'm not far from you. I have never been. But you have wandered in the noise. 1 minute. That's all I ask. 1 minute to speak what eternity has written for you. 1 minute to exchange your chaos for my peace, your fear for my fire. 1 minute for the God of glory to meet you where you are and remind you who you are. Don't you see? The enemy isn't after your time, he's after your attention. He knows that if he can distract you, he can divide you. And a divided heart cannot carry the weight of heaven. A distracted mind cannot discern my whisper. A soul too busy for me will always be busy dying. I did not create you to merely survive the day. I created you to reign in it, to walk with me in authority, in intimacy, in victory. But you treat my presence like an emergency room, only running to me when something breaks. And yet I long to walk with you in the quiet, not just the crisis. My child, when did you forget that I am your source, not your supplement? I am the vine. Without me you can do nothing. Not less, nothing. You say you're tired, overwhelmed, anxious. You say you're running out of strength. But you haven't been running with me, you've been running alone. You filled your cup with things that cannot quench. You've looked for rest in places that cannot restore. Come to me, not just in theory, not just in religious routine. Come to me like a child who trusts their father. Come to me like the deer that pants for water. Come to me like the bleeding woman who knew one touch would heal what years could not. You think 1 minute isn't enough? 1 minute with me split the sea. 1 moment with me raised the dead. 1 word from my mouth calmed the storm. 1 touch of my robe made the unclean whole. Time is not your savior, I am. And I do not need hours to transform you. I need surrender. Do you hear me now? I've watched you pray with lips but not with heart. I've seen your eyes on the clock, rushing through what was meant to be holy. You want breakthrough but you resist stillness. You crave my blessings but avoid my presence. Yet still I wait. I wait like a father at the window watching for the prodigal to come home. I wait like a shepherd who leaves the 99 to pursue the one. I wait like the bridegroom who will not marry a distracted bride, but a devoted one. I am not angry. I am not distant. I am jealous. Jealous for your heart. Jealous for the time you give everything but me. I am not one voice among many. I am the voice that formed the heavens. The voice that speaks galaxies into being and still stoops low enough to call your name. You keep saying, later? But later is not promised. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. And the moments you waste cannot be reclaimed. Don't wait until the diagnosis. Don't wait until the divorce. Don't wait until the bottom falls out to finally look up. Don't wait until the silence becomes unbearable and wonder why you can no longer hear me. The world is loud, but I still whisper. And those who seek me in the stillness will find me. Those who carve out moments for me will be carved into my plan. Those who treasure my voice above all will walk in authority that others only read about. You don't need more money. You don't need more followers. You don't need more success. You need me. You need to be filled with the fire that cannot be put out. You need the oil that only flows in secret. You need the manna that doesn't fall from the world's table, but from heaven's hand. I want to anoint you. I want to show you mysteries hidden for generations. I want to break chains that you've learned to live with, but I cannot fill what is already full. I cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. You must make room. Even now, as you listen, my spirit is knocking. Not loudly, but consistently. I do not force myself in. I wait to be wanted. I long to be loved, not used. My desire is not for performance, but proximity. Don't you see? I have things to tell you that will save your life. Wisdom that will reroute your future. Instructions that will unlock closed doors. But you are too hurried to hear, too distracted to discern. My child, pause. Breathe. Listen. I am here. I'm not a concept. I'm not a Sunday ritual. I'm not a background noise to your busy life. I am your creator, your deliverer, your defender. I hold your past, your present, your eternity. I carry the blueprint of your destiny in my hand. And yet you pass me by as if I am a stranger. Heaven is real. Hell is real. This life is not a rehearsal. Every minute matters. Every moment you ignore me is a moment you miss me. A minute with me could rewrite your eternity. And still you scroll past. You swipe away. You postpone the one who holds time itself. You say, but God, I'm not worthy. I say, I made you worthy. My blood is stronger than your shame. My cross is louder than your guilt. My mercy is new with the morning sun. Don't you know? I don't call the perfect, I perfect the called. And I am calling you to rise from apathy, calling you to lay down the idols of distraction, calling you to break agreement with fear, calling you to taste and see that I am good, calling you to walk in the authority of a child of the King. But it starts with 1 minute, just one. And if you would give me 1 minute, I would show you what eternity feels like. Yes, just 1 minute, but give it to me wholly. Not while you multitask, not while you rush. Give it to me like it's your last, because someday it will be. And on that day, you will not remember the emails, the likes, the notifications. You will only remember if you knew me, and if I knew you. Many will say to me, Lord, Lord, but I will say, I never knew you. Not because I didn't want to, but because you never made room. You loved religion, but not repentance. You loved the idea of heaven, but not the discipline of surrender. You loved the blessings, but not the blesser. But I am here now, speaking, knocking, reaching through the veil that separates what is eternal from what is fading, calling you higher, calling you deeper, calling you out of lukewarm waters and into holy fire. You were not born to blend in. You were born to burn. You were not born to drift in the currents of culture. You were born to carry my kingdom into dark places. But how will you carry what you never receive? How will you release what you've never been filled with? If my son needed time with me, so do you. Jesus withdrew to quiet places, not because he was weak, but because he was wise. He knew that intimacy fuels authority. He knew that without communion, even the strongest become empty. He knew that even miracles mean nothing if they are done apart from the Father's will. You keep asking me to use you. You keep pleading for me to bless you. But you forget, I bless what abides. I use what surrenders. I anoint what kneels. Don't you know? I miss you. Not just the version of you that performs for others. Not just the cleaned-up version that hides its brokenness behind spiritual cliches. I miss the child. The one who used to believe I could do anything. The one who used to weep in my presence. The one who used to tremble at my word. Return to me and I will restore you. Return and I will rebuild what the locusts devoured. Return and I will turn your mourning into dancing. Return and I will put a sword in your mouth, a light in your eyes and fire in your bones. You have not fallen too far. You have not strayed too long. There is no sin I cannot wash, no wound I cannot heal, no mind I cannot renew. I am not repelled by your weakness. I am drawn to it, because when you are weak, then I am strong. And when you finally stop striving, I can start shaping. But child, you must choose. I set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Not because I want to punish you, but because I love you enough to give you the dignity of choice. I will not force your devotion. I will not demand your love. I invite it. And love that is not freely given is not love at all. So choose me. Not just with your lips, but with your life. Choose me when no one else is watching. Choose me when it costs you. Choose me when it's inconvenient. Choose me in the morning before the world speaks. Choose me in the evening before the shadows come. Choose me even when you feel nothing, because faith is not a feeling, it's a flame. Fan that flame again. Stir the embers of your first love. Let my spirit breathe into the ashes. Let the dry bones hear my word. I will raise what you buried. I will awaken what you silenced. I will reignite what you thought was gone. But the fire starts in the quiet, not on stages, not in applause, in the secret place, that place where it's just you and me. No filters, no noise, just the sound of eternity echoing into time. That place where you stop pretending. That place where you bring the broken pieces and I do the mending. That place where you fall to your knees and I lift you up with my right hand. I'm not interested in performance. I am after your heart. Tear your heart, not your garments. Come to me not with empty rituals, but with holy desperation. I want to be more than your escape plan. I want to be your everything. Do you remember what it felt like when my presence rested on you? Do you remember when worship wasn't a song, but a posture? When you didn't care who was looking? When you cried out not because you were supposed to, but because you couldn't help it? I want that again. Not for my sake, but for yours. Because when you are with me, you come alive. When you are near me, your mind clears. Your soul aligns. Your eyes see truth. You become who you were made to be. You are not just a worker, not just a parent, not just a follower. You are my beloved, my ambassador, my temple, my dwelling place. I don't want to visit you, I want to live in you, but I will not compete with your idols. Tear them down, the ones no one sees. The pride, the vanity, the addiction to validation. The fear of man that silences your obedience. The unforgiveness that poisons your prayers. Tear them down. Not because I want to shame you, but because I want to free you. You cannot hold both the world and the word. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot live divided and expect wholeness. It's time to choose who you are and who you will serve. Because I'm not looking for crowds, I'm looking for disciples. Not fans, followers. Not hype, holiness. I'm not coming back for the comfortable. I'm coming back for the faithful. Will I find faith on the earth? Will I find it in you? Because I am coming soon. The signs are not subtle. The hour is late. The wheat and the tares are being separated. The lukewarm will be exposed. The proud will fall. And only those who have oil will stand when the cry rings out. Here comes the bridegroom. Do you have oil? Have you trimmed your lamp? Have you spent time with me or just talked about me? I do not want your perfect schedule. I want your surrendered heart. 1 minute with me, real, undivided, surrendered, is more powerful than 1,000 hours of distracted religion. So here I am, waiting in the stillness, calling in the silence, reaching through every excuse, every distraction, every delay. My child, don't you have 1 minute for me? Because I have eternity for you.